You need to hear this before the day ends. If these words have reached you, it is not a random scroll or coincidence. It is a direct summons from the higher realms. The universal clock is in motion, and right now we stand inside one of the most charged, mysterious, and decisive energy gateways of 2025. The second week of August has not yet closed its chapter. The lunar channel that the Aquarius full moon blasted open is not fading. It's stretching wider, pulling threads of energy from August 13th straight through to August 17th. These coming 4 days will be unlike anything ordinary, either in spirit or in the physical world. This is not mere astrology talk. This is an urgent dispatch from the cosmic network. The shift that is about to sweep across this planet will touch every living soul, but only the ones who are alert and ready will know how to catch it and rise with it. The rest will be dragged into currents of disarray, emotional storms, and karmic reckonings. Before we go deeper into the exact movements of this rare energetic pattern, I need you to steady yourself. Let the universe see that you are prepared. Breathe deeply with intention. Like this message to anchor your field into the frequency. Subscribe so you do not miss the critical revelations arriving over the next 96 hours. And in the comments, type 111 as your declaration to the unseen world that your channel is open and ready for divine downloads. That simple action plants a unique signature into the energetic web, marking you for alignment with your highest possible timeline. That fluttering mix of anticipation and unease you've been feeling lately? That quiet sense that something massive is moving toward you but you can't quite name it? That is the portal itself. It's your soul registering the rewiring of reality. The mainstream will remain silent, the streets will carry on, people will head to their jobs, yet under the surface, a restructuring of epic proportion is taking place. This portal is amplified by the still lingering tension between the Leo sun and the after echo of the Aquarius moon. Leo calls you to stand in your sovereign, heart-powered authority, to own your crown and your narrative. Aquarius, however, pulls your gaze toward the collective, toward a shared future, urging you to release egoic clinging and dismantle the outdated codes that have governed your life. You are standing in the middle of this magnetic paradox, and it is dismantling every wall around your identity, your relationships, your work, and even the core of how you see yourself. These next 4 days will bring this process to its peak. The full moon was the upload. Now comes the installation and integration. Your system, both body and soul, is processing the enormous influx of code. That's why you may feel drained yet unable to sleep. That's why your dreams have turned into vivid, cinematic visions filled with strange scenes, familiar faces from other times, and landscapes you've never visited. Your subconscious is processing mountains of soul data. If your ears have been ringing, it's not just a medical anomaly for most lightworkers, it's your antenna fine-tuning to a higher broadcast. If you felt flutters or heat in your chest, your heart center is cracking open to let divine love rush in. Do not fear what is happening in your body. Place your hand over your heart, close your eyes, and whisper to yourself, I am safe in my expansion. Every pulse, every tingling sensation, every rush of heat is your system adjusting to a lighter, higher current of energy. But the physical sensations are only the beginning. Emotionally, you are more exposed than you've ever been. At one moment you may feel blissful, connected to every living being and flooded with gratitude, and the next, you may sink into a deep sorrow that feels too heavy to be yours. This is because you are carrying more than your own emotions. You are transmuting for the collective, absorbing and cleansing energies that have been trapped in the human story for generations. When you cry for no obvious reason, know that you might be crying for the earth itself. When a wave of anger crashes over you out of nowhere, you could be processing the silent rage of countless souls who were never heard. Your role is not to make sense of every wave, but to allow them to pass through you without judgment. Create a safe space for yourself. Let the tears fall, let the anger breathe, and then release it. Don't attach a story. The stories belong to the past. What remains is the cleansing. This is the purge before the blessing. This portal also strips away the masks we've been wearing. In the next 4 days, truths will emerge, some quietly, some explosively. Relationships built on shaky arrangements, codependency, or old karmic ties will start to break apart. You may suddenly notice that a friend, a partner, or even a family member feels distant, as if your wavelengths are no longer tuned to the same station. Conversations might drain you, and silences might grow heavier than words. This is not betrayal, it is alignment. As your vibration rises, anything or anyone unwilling to rise with you will naturally drift out of your orbit. Do not hold them back, and do not chain yourself to what is no longer meant to travel your path. Your soul family, your true energetic match, is waiting for you in the new frequency. But they cannot meet you if your hands are still full of what needs to be released. This is divine sorting, not punishment, but preparation. You are being repositioned for a deeper connection, a purer love, and a truer purpose than you have ever known. The separation may hurt, but it is making room for what will sustain you for the next era of your life. Synchronicities will be impossible to ignore. You'll glance at the clock and see repeating numbers, 111, 444, 777, at exactly the moment you're thinking of something important. You'll think of a person you haven't spoken to in years, and moments later they'll reach out. A song will play with lyrics that answer the question you've been holding in your heart. You'll overhear strangers saying words that seem meant just for you. This is not coincidence. It is the universe speaking in symbols, weaving a tapestry of signs around you. Pay attention. Write them down. Keep a journal of numbers, dreams, and repeating messages. These are breadcrumbs left by your higher self, guiding you to your next move. The world around you has become a living oracle. Every moment is a message. Your only task is to remain open enough to receive it. And if you've been experiencing the signs, the ringing in your ears, the dreamscapes, the mood waves, the sudden relationship shifts, or the uncanny synchronicities, declare it. Go to the comments now and write, "I am awake and I receive." This is not just typing words. It's a spiritual handshake with the universe, a signal that you are consciously stepping into your evolution. Now we must address the shadow that comes with this surge of light, because no portal of this magnitude arrives without testing those who step through it. The same frequency that reveals your potential will also pull your deepest fears to the surface. Your shadow self, the part of you that doubts, that hides, that believes you are unworthy, will try to speak the loudest right now. It may not be obvious at first. It might show up as old habits you thought you had left behind, creeping back in. You may feel tempted to sabotage your own progress, procrastinate on important opportunities, or withdraw from people who are actually good for you. Some will feel an urge to pick unnecessary fights, to slip into negative thought spirals, or to numb themselves with distractions. This is the shadow trying to lure you back into the comfort of the old patterns. When this happens, and it will, don't fight yourself and don't add shame on top of the feeling. Turn toward it. Look your fear in the eye and say, "I see you. I thank you for protecting me in the past. But I am safe now, and I am choosing a new path." This is where true alchemy happens. You aren't trying to erase your shadow. You are learning to integrate it so that it no longer controls you. The next 4 days are a masterclass in unconditional self-acceptance, and the freedom on the other side of that acceptance will change everything. The world is about to feel a tremor, but for you, this won't be a shock. It will be confirmation of what your soul already knows. You are not losing your mind. You are awakening to the truth. And the real journey is only just beginning. If you're still here listening to this transmission, it means your soul was ready to hear it. You didn't scroll away. You didn't dismiss this as fantasy. On some deep, unshakable level, you feel the truth of this in your blood, in your bones, in the pulse of your being. That willingness to stay is the very thing that sets you apart right now. This 4-day lunar corridor from August 13th to 17th is acting as a cosmic filter. It is separating those who are ready to expand from those who will cling to the dissolving structures of the old world. This isn't just your awakening. It's your enlistment into a planetary mission. You are part of the ground crew for the new Earth, and the integration you do inside yourself now is some of the most important work you will ever do. This entire process isn't random chaos. It's divine engineering. The Aquarius full moon didn't simply fade after its peak. It planted a crystalline seed of visionary, humanitarian consciousness deep within humanity's collective mind. Over these 4 days, rare alignments in the sky are forcing that seed to sprout faster than anyone expected. Saturn, the master teacher and keeper of karma, sits in the mystical waters of Pisces. It's making a challenging angle to the Sun in Leo, the sign of your identity, your shine, your self-expression. This is a pressure cooker between personal desire and soul responsibility. The question is clear. Will you keep living for the ego, or will you start living for your higher purpose? You can't hold both any longer. The split is happening now. One part of you may want to build your empire, to be seen, to be celebrated. Another, quieter part of you wants to dissolve into service, to disappear from the spotlight and give yourself fully to something greater. This is the paradox at the heart of the portal, and it is shaping you like a diamond under pressure. This corridor of energy is not simply here to inspire you, it's here to test you. Over these next few days, every distraction, every petty argument, every old wound that someone tries to reopen will be the universe asking, are you truly ready to move into the next chapter, or will you step back into your old frequency? The people who are meant to rise right now will not waste their breath defending themselves in battles they have already outgrown. They will simply turn and walk through the door that is opening. And for those who hesitate, the door will still be there, but it will feel heavier, harder to push, weighed down by the baggage they refuse to release. This is why the universe is stripping you bare in this moment, showing you where your attachments still bind you. If you feel loss right now, know that it is not punishment. It is pruning. The gardener is removing what blocks your sunlight. During this portal, watch for signs that repeat in threes. They could be numbers, animals, overheard phrases, or even sudden songs that seem to follow you. These are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs leading you toward your next soul agreement. Many of you will also notice chance encounters, people you just happen to meet, or messages from someone you haven't spoken to in years. Pay attention. Some of these interactions are karmic closures, while others are divine introductions to the allies you will need for what comes next. Understand this, what you choose in this narrow span of days will echo across years. Think of it like a tiny seed being planted. Right now, it's small, almost invisible. But once the cosmic weather shifts, it will either grow into a mighty tree of blessings or a tangle of weeds you'll spend years trying to remove. Your focus, your discipline, and your courage in these hours matter more than you realize. If you've been feeling the push to speak your truth, do it now. If you've been avoiding the work you know your soul came here to do, begin now. The energies in play are not neutral. They amplify everything you feed them. Pour your attention into fear and doubt, and they will expand. Pour it into vision, purpose, and gratitude, and watch the speed at which your reality rearranges itself. This is also a window for receiving what some would call miracles. Not in the random fairy tale sense, but in the way reality responds when your vibration finally matches the thing you've been asking for. Expect unexpected financial flows, sudden approvals, messages of opportunity, and shifts in health or relationships that seemed impossible weeks ago. The key is to hold the belief before you see the proof. The cosmic corridor closes soon, but before it does, you have a choice: remain in the familiar or step into the unknown with trust. Every spiritual giant, every master, every awakened soul you admire once stood at a moment like this. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't ask for guarantees. They felt the trembling in their chest and still stepped forward. So as you hear these words, take them as a call. Align yourself with what you truly want. Speak life over your path. Refuse to give your energy to what drains you. Declare, right now, in the comments, I claim my highest timeline. Then, seal it with action. Tonight, write down your intentions. Speak them aloud under the night sky. Thank the unseen for what is already on its way. Before you leave, anchor this energy. Like this video to affirm your readiness. Subscribe so you are not left in the dark when the next transmission arrives. And share this with someone whose soul is ready to awaken alongside you. The portal is open. Step through before it closes.